Okay, good morning. I have a couple stories for you from my trip last week. So the first story is, did you see my garden? It's going crazy out there. And I don't I don't know why it's a lot different, but I did mix in horse poop this this year, and I think it's really happy with that. And then, second story is on my trip, we got to have some live music. So there were 8 of us on this horseback riding retreat, and I taught yoga there. Yeah. So it was really fun. I got to ride horses, but we had this live music just for the 8 of us. Well, and the staff. But it was country and western music, and I don't typically listen to country and western, but it was really eye-opening. It was fun, the storytelling part of it. And so one of the songs that they sang was "Shit Makes the Flowers Grow." And I was like, oh, that sounds like a great yoga theme. Because if you think about it, it really is true. I mean, when you've experienced some shit in your life, it makes you grow and expand. And ultimately, I think it makes you bloom or become more beautiful. So I love the song, and I thought this is a great theme. So remember that every time you're in the midst of something bad up to your neck, think, oh, shit makes the flowers grow. Okay, I can do this. So please close your eyes. Just take a moment to listen to your breath moving in and out. And if you listen carefully, kind of sounds like waves crashing on the sand. The ebb and flow of it. And then imagine yourself sitting at the edge of the sea, right in the sand. And every time a wave comes in, you kind of sink a little deeper into the sand and feel really grounded. Every breath that comes in allows you to sink a little deeper. Never get up to your neck, though. You just feel grounded, connected. We're going to really work on grounding in the poses today. But feeling like, yeah, I can really stretch my head up tall. Feel the sunshine maybe on your face. And bloom. Please bring hands to heart center. May we all take the time to notice the beauty and the grace, even in shitty situations. And please lower your hands, open your eyes. And in that nice grounded position, stretch your arms up And exhale, bring them through heart center. And do that again. Inhale, stretch up, feel grounded, but yet stretching up. Exhale, hands through heart center. And one more time. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, fold forward. Bring your fingertips down to a place that feels like a safe stretch for your hips and your back. And just breathe into that. And then walk your hands over to the right. Keep your left hip grounded. Breathe into the left side body a little bit. Feel a stretch in your hip. And then come back to center and then over to the opposite side. Touch that right hip down. And come on back to center. And walk your hands back and come on up. Now just stretch your legs wide and we'll do that kind of same thing. So make sure you're inner spiraled. You feel like you've got the sits bones underneath you. And then stretch your arms up and fold forward. Press your heels down. It's okay to lift your knees if that helps. Bend right at the hip creases. See where it takes you this morning. And then walk your hands to the right. Maybe bring the right hand to the outside. Center your belly a little bit. Keep the left hip grounded, left heel grounded. And feel a little stretch. And back to center. Over to the other side. Just go slow so you can really monitor what happens with the opposite side. You want to feel grounded everywhere, every part that touches the floor. And feel the wave of your breath. And slowly come back to center. Walk your hands back. Come on up. Bring the legs together and go ahead and lay on your backs. And just to wake up our core, bring the shins parallel to the floor. Flex the feet, hands to the mid thigh. Keep the ribs engaged, sits bones grounded, and then press away and up for a little abdominal bracing. Say, wake up, abdominals. You can feel it all around the waist. One more breath. And then release your feet to the floor and hug just your right knee in. And just kind of move it in the socket a little bit. And then go ahead and interlace your hands behind the right thigh and press the knee or the thigh away from you so your arms get to be full length. And extend the left leg if you can ground it down. You can keep the right knee bent if that helps. Or if you want to, straighten the right leg, just see how it goes. Flex and point your toes a few times. Wake up the ankle. Stretch her out. Excuse me. And then bring your right hand to the outside of your, mine reaches about to my knee, but wherever you can support your leg, bring your left arm to cactus or T. Now keep the left leg grounded. That's where we're starting. And keep that grounded and bring the right leg off to the side. So remember when you felt really grounded sitting, I want you to feel that now laying down, especially with your left leg. And then just bring it to a spot where you can still support it. My left or my right elbow comes down to the floor, but I don't know if yours will or not. It's okay if it doesn't. Keep the foot active. Sometimes if you bend the knee just a little bit, sometimes it feels better. Breathe. And then slowly bring the knee or the leg back up to center. Switch hands now. So support it on the inside with your left hand, right arm to cactus. And you're not going to allow your right hip to lift. You're going to keep that grounded as you bring it across and just kind of feel a stretch in your IT band. Again, it's okay to keep the right knee bent a little bit. Keep the right hip grounded. The right hip crease and the left hip crease are in the same plane. Good. Now just allow the right shoulder to stay down, but lift your right hip up and lay on your left hip. Support your leg as you bring it all the way across. Yeah. I'm still supporting my leg with my left hand because that feels better for me than going all the way across, because I want to keep true to my core, to my right shoulder. One more breath. And come on back up. Bend the right knee, place it down. Hug your left knee in. Just move it around. You'll feel your low back kind of pressing down as you bring it in this far. And then interlace behind the left thigh. Press it away so that your arms are full length. You'll feel the curve in your low back now, and extend the right leg. And slowly straighten the left if it works. Flex and point. Again, left hip crease and right hip crease are in the same plane. It's okay to keep the knee slightly bent. And then supporting with your left hand on the outside of the leg, right arm to cactus or T. Keep that right leg grounded as you open it up to the side. Lots of things to feel in there. I'm drawing my low belly up because it keeps my right leg grounded. Good. And then come on back up to center. Switch hands again. So right hand supports the inside, left arm to cactus. And just bring it across, but keep that left hip grounded. Stretch out that IT band. And then go ahead and roll to the right hip. Let the left hip come across and on top. Support it. Left shoulder stays down. I found some muscles that I don't use very often riding a horse. It's funny how you can always fine. Lazy muscles. But they didn't hurt my back, so I was excited. And then come on back up to center. Hug both knees in. And roll side to side a little bit. And then roll up to seated. Come to all fours. I grew up on horses, so it was really fun for me to get back with horses again. So keep a long spine and then come into cow pose and just pause there. Feel the hands and the knees hugging towards each other. And then round to cat and the same thing, pause there. Just really notice belly button moving towards spine, chin tucked, hands and knees kind of moving away from each other so you can really get that big curve. Good. And then inhale, come to cow. And exhale, round to cat. And just do that 2 more times on your own. And then pause with a flat back. And extend your right leg off to the right. And try and ground the outside of the foot down. Make sure kneecap and toes point the same direction. If you want to, you can move forward and back. You'll just find all kinds of different little strands of ligaments and muscles kind of stretching out a little bit. Good, and then pause. Bring your hands forward 1 hand width and swing that foot up to the outside of your right hand. And then bend into the right knee a little bit. You need to help it up there. You can use blocks too, if that works better. And then just pause there. Make sure the knee's above the ankle. And then if you want to, you can lift the back knee. So to the left. Try and really feel like the right foot and the left foot are grounding you so that you don't have to be so into your hands. If you can find that, hug to the midline. Good. Lower the back knee. Wiggle that foot back and extend it straight back. Walk your hands back onto your shoulders. Long spine again. Couple breaths. And then bring it off to your left side and set the foot down. Yeah. And maybe twist and look at it. And then pick it up. Keep a connected core. Foot straight back. And add the opposite hand. So left hand, right leg. Bird dog. 1 more breath. And bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Curl the toes under and sit back on your heels if that works. You can stay forward a little bit. I'm trying to get you off your hands for a moment though. Yeah, and good variation is on your fists. That helps your wrist too. Good. And then we'll kind of repeat that on the other side. So come forward, all fours, hands right under shoulders, or wrists under shoulders, I should say. Extend the left leg. See if you can feel the outside of the foot grounded as well as the inside. Kneecap and toes point the same direction. And then if you want more stretch, you can move forward and back. You can even stretch the toes long if you want. The breaths feel grounded through the lower left or right knee and leg, and grounded through the left foot. Good. And then pause, bring your hands forward a little bit. That's key. And then either walk or step the foot to the outside. Yeah. Outside of left hand. And pause there. Say, oh boy. You can widen the knee if that feels good. And if you want more stretch, you just curl the toes under and lift the right leg, right knee. And then think, okay, grounded through the feet. Try and get a little less weight on your hands. You probably need the left hand for sure, but the right hand, maybe your foot's taken over. One more breath. And then lower the back knee. Wiggle that foot back and stretch it straight back. Walk your hands back so they're under your shoulders. Regroup with your core and then bring the foot off to the right side. And if you want, you can twist and look at the foot. More like a stretching out of the left side of your body. And then pick that foot up, bring it back to center. Draw your rib cage back. Keep the back of your neck long. Add the right hand. Bird dog. And lower the hand, lower the knee. And go ahead and sit back to a little child's pose. Get off your hands for sure. So you can stack them under your forehead. Breathe deep into your low belly. And then slide forward onto your bellies. And then bring your hands wide and come up on fingertips for a little funky cobra action. So stretch the feet long, lift the head, lengthen the side body, lift the shoulders, maybe keep broadening the clavicles, but feel like your shoulder blades on the back are kind of flossing a little bit. And then come on back in. Bring the hands by your chest now. Lengthen your spine, lengthen the back of your neck. Lift to cobra. And just stay for a few breaths there. And lower down on an exhale. Good. Press into your hands, lift to all fours, curl your toes under, keep pressing back, come to downward facing dog. You're getting love over there, Helen. And one knee in the other. Notice how she avoids me. And then walk your hands to your feet. Take your time. You can use the blocks if you have your hands on blocks. And come to a forward fold at the back of your mat. Just grab your elbows with your hands if you want. We'll just do a little ragdoll action, but I want you to feel grounded through your feet. Bless you. Feel really grounded. Couple breaths. And then touching the floor or the blocks, bend your knees, bring your hands on your knees, press into those really grounded feet and come on up to standing. Good. And just shift your weight to your right foot and lift your left heel. Feel the core engaged and then lift the left knee. You can bring your hands out to the side. And if you're feeling stable enough, maybe extend them. Excellent. And then come on down. Very good. Switch to the left foot. Lift the right heel first. I always have to say, am I lifting one of my hips? Can I keep them hugged in and square? And then I lift the knee. Keep that left hip really engaged. I feel stable. Extend. Maybe lift the knee higher. And release. Very good, everybody. Switch back to the right foot. Lift the left heel and swivel the leg out. So the heel's pointing towards your ankle. And then see, can I move my hips or can I keep them in the same plane? Keep really engaged in the core and then lift the foot to whichever variation of tree pose you're going for. So either ankle to heel, ankle to low leg, ankle to high leg. And if you're feeling balanced, extend the arms. Maybe bring palms together even. And release. Good. Switch. One side always feels better. So lift the heel of the right foot, turn the knee and the leg out. Check your hips. And then lift to whatever variation. You don't have to, you can just keep the heel against the ankle. Take your time, check your core. Bone to bone always helps. You think that heel bone to leg bone. Maybe palms together. And release. Ooh, good job. So you're still at the back of your mat now. Are you allergic to the cat too? Okay, good. Okay. So inhale, stretch your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. And walk your hands back out till you come to a downward facing dog. Just be very mindful. See what feels good. Make sure you have your feet kind of wide enough. On your next inhale, come to plank. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Try and lift your kneecaps. Exhale, down dog. One more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Good. Lower your knees. Keep your hands slightly in front of your shoulders. Swivel your right foot out to the side and extend the left leg in the same plane as your right knee, and then come up to a variation of side plank. Yeah. And stretch your arm by your ear and come on down. Bring everything back in, swivel your left foot, extend your right leg. Variation of side plank, Vasisthasana on this side. Stretch your arm by your ear. And come on down. Good. Curling your toes under, lift to downward facing dog. And just for fun, extend your right leg. Three-legged dog. Just kind of notice hips stay square. Maybe a little baby bend in the left knee. Good. Bring that foot down and switch. Left leg extends. Keep the armpits hollow. And bring that foot down. Good. Now walk your feet up to your hands to come to a forward fold. If you want to add blocks, you can. Bring them to the outside of your feet. And then inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. And inhale, feeling really grounded to your feet. Stretch up all the way to Tadasana. Look up and exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, let's keep going. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. Step your right foot back to deep lunge. I've got my hands on the blocks. Take a moment to really feel grounded through the left foot and through the right foot. The heel, if you lift the right heel a little bit, you'll feel more connected. Lift the right kneecap. So engage those muscles so you really feel strong. Hips are square. And then hanging, just keeping on the right hand, stretch the left hand forward and open up to a deep lunge twist. Keep the left hip crease back. Nice. Breath. Good. And then touch down. Good. Step forward, forward fold. And switch left foot back, deep lunge. Take the time to really feel grounded. You can lift the left kneecap. Stretch the right arm up and open up. Deep lunge twist. Just notice with your breath. And then just retrace the arc of your right arm and touch down. Good. Step back, downward facing dog on the blocks. Inhale to plank on the blocks. Exhale, down dog. Step your feet up between the blocks. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, stretch up. Feel the heels grounded as much as the balls of the feet. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. This time, step the left foot back first to a deep lunge. Lower the back knee. Again, take the time to really feel grounded. So you're hugging the right heel back towards the knee and then come upright. Let your arms dangle for a minute. Feel that right hip crease in the same plane as the left. Stretch the arms up. Anjane Asana. Hopefully you feel super grounded. You can bloom up when you're buried in the muck. You just come up and bloom. Good. Now bring hands to heart center. See if you have a long side body still. Draw the lower ribs back a little bit more. And now twist to your right. Bring the left elbow to the knee. Right hand presses into left. And breathe. Now feeling super grounded, even through the left foot. The right hip creases back. Maybe possibly lift the left knee. Lift the kneecap. You don't have to lift the back knee, but good. And then unwind, touch down, step back, down dog. Extend the left leg, bring knee to nose and step it through to deep lunge. Yeah, good. Lower the back knee. Really feel grounded. Make your way up, Anjane Asana. Bloom like a beautiful flower. Bring hands to heart center. Feel all those connection points. Twist to your left, elbow to the knee. Do you still feel grounded through the back foot? Left hip crease stays back, maybe lift the back knee. That feels stable and strong for you. Good. Lift the kneecap on your right leg. So you feel it. Squeeze those muscles. Good. Unwind, touch down. This time, step the blocks off to the side and then step back, downward facing dog. And if you're ready for a break, take child's pose. Otherwise, come forward to plank. Lower down. A little bit of vinyasa. Inhale, cobra. Bless you. Lower down. Push back, downward facing dog. Couple breaths. Lower your knees if you'd like to bring your hands back on the blocks. If you changed, I'm going to use mine today. I like to have them handy. Then the right leg, bring knee to nose and step it through, deep lunge. Good. Now, you're welcome to lower your back knee if you want. Otherwise, really feel the groundedness. Bring your hands to your knee, press up. Let your arms dangle. We're coming to crescent warrior now. Stretch your arms up when you feel stable. One more breath. Now listen carefully. Bring hands to heart center. Ground the back foot down. Come to warrior two. Check your alignment. Is your knee tracking straight? Bend your front knee a little bit more. There you go. Nice. Reverse it. Left arm down, right arm up. Take another breath. Back to warrior two. And Parsvakonasana, either elbow to knee or hand to block. Left arm up. When you feel really connected, feel that back foot still grounded. Then maybe stretch arm by the ear, palm facing down. Utthita Parsvakonasana. Nice. And then touch down with the left hand, turn the left heel up, and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Good. Step your feet to your hands. Shake out your head. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We have another side to do. So inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. Fold. You'll feel a lot more grounded if you are connected to your breath. So right foot back, deep lunge. Make sure you have the width. Your hips are square, your feet are grounded. Make your way up, crescent warrior. On your exhale, hands to heart center, ground the back foot down. Warrior two. Feel the outside of your right foot grounded. Make sure the knee's tracking straight. Right arm down, left arm up, reverse it. Still feel grounded through the left foot, even though you're leaning back. Good, warrior two. Check your alignment. Parsvakonasana, either hand to the block or the floor, or elbow to knee, your choice. See if you lost your connection to ground, especially in that back right leg. Arm by the ear. Good, touch down. Turn the back heel up. Move the blocks out of the way and step back, downward facing dog. If you're ready for a break now, take child's pose or vinyasa with me. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Or up dog even if you're ready for that. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes, push up plank if you can, and then downward facing dog. Take a few breaths there. Notice your hands slowly sinking, even the finger mounds, fingertips are using the weight, sinking deeper into the floor. And then step your feet to your hands. Forward fold if you want the blocks, you can bring them there again. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Stretch up, look up maybe, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. Left foot back, deep lunge, ground the back foot down. Bring the block or your hands to the inside of the right foot and slowly walk to the left and turn your right foot forward till you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Good, and then just see if you can sink all parts of your feet down. So little toe mound outside of heel, big toe mound inside of heel are really grounded, but the arch is lifting. Good, and then just walk the blocks or your hands out till you feel like you're in a down dog with your upper body, but you're really grounded and safe through your feet and legs. Keep the armpits hollow, keep the back of the neck long. Take a few more breaths, really feeling your feet. And then walk the blocks back under your shoulders or your hands back under your shoulders. Bend your knees a little bit, bring your hands on your knees and press on up to standing. Hopefully you feel really grounded. Stretch your arms up. And exhale, fold forward again. Hands to the blocks or to the floor. And just pause there and Prasarita Tadasana, wide-legged forward fold. And then come up more like a pranam. Walk the blocks back towards your right foot as you turn it out and turn the left heel up. And step back, downward facing dog. And go ahead and lower your knees. And I'm going to have you come to a seated position. You can choose to use the blanket or not, your choice. And sit with your legs stretched out long in front of you. And then just kind of sit on your right hip, pull your left leg into the socket. Do that right side, left side, whatever. Get them in. And then if your kneecaps and toes point the same direction, you'll be in good shape. Bend just your right knee and grab a hold of the foot and bring it across the thigh. See if you're grounded. Both feet are flexed and active. Just opening the hip. Good. Bring your hands behind you. Feel your sits bones grounded. If you want more stretch, do this. You can sit right here if you want. If you want more stretch, you can stretch your arms up and feel like, yeah, I have a little more stretch there. So maybe I can fold forward a little bit, bring my hands to a position where I get more stretch, but I can keep grounded the same. Couple breaths. You should feel the stretch in your right hip and in your left hamstring. Good, come on up. Now just bring the foot across so knee stacks on top of knee. I like to keep this foot flexed and active. You decide. If your hips are grounded, support yourself. This is a little more intense, so it's okay if you don't want to stretch forward. Stretch your arms up if you do. And fold forward, just support yourself with your hands. You're really feeling loose, you can interlace behind your hands by around your foot. This is called half Gomukhasana, half cow face pose. So there's 3 limiting factors. There's your hip, there's your hamstrings, and then there's your belly. That's what I'm feeling right now. I think I gained a little weight on vacation. Good, and come on back up. Now, I give you 2 options here. If you can keep the foot on that side of the leg and feel like you ground the foot down, perfect. Or you can bring it to the inside. So you decide. Interlace your hands around your shin, pull up and back. So you get really tall and grounded, and then maybe grab the knee with your left elbow. Right hand comes behind you. A little twist. I spent a couple days before and after my retreat with my brother because I flew in and out of Raleigh, and he fed me really well. We had fun. We have fun cooking together. Good, unwind. Stretch that leg out. You can shake it out if you need to. And then we'll switch sides. Bend the left knee. Feel like it's safe and connected. And see if you bring the ankle across, how it feels on your knee. I like to keep the feet flexed and active. Feel the sits bones grounded, a little curve in the low back, your spine nice and long. Support yourself here for the duration or stretch up and fold. One side always kind of feels different sensations. One more breath. And come on up. Oh, sorry, I cut your tail. Bring the knee on top of knee, foot to the side. Support yourself. Are you really able to sit on both sits bones? It's okay if the knee doesn't come all the way across. Just feel like the foot can ground down somewhere. Stretch your arms up. And fold if you want more. Notice if one side of your body's scrunching up and just lengthen the sides of your body out. And then come on up and we'll do that little twist. So either outside or inside of the leg, interlace, pull back and up so you can feel the length. And then twist to your left. Don't crank yourself with your arms. Just feel like your core is what is initiating the twist. Squeeze out all your organs. And then unwind. Oof. Stretch that leg long, shake it out. And then go ahead and you might have to scooch forward a little bit so that when you lay down on your mat, your head's on. And then please hug your knees into your chest. And just roll around. Feel nice and long in your low back. It feels like it's pressed down, but you're adding a little distance between the vertebrae there. That's the important thing. Roll side to side a little bit. And then just grab the kneecaps. And so this, your legs and your pelvis are gonna work as a unit. You're just gonna press the knees away from you and feel how your pelvis tilts away. So you feel that little curve in your low back. Your feet are just dangling there. And then bring the knees wide. When your femur bones are in the sockets like that, it helps your pelvis tilt. Good. Bring the knees close now. You're going to feel it tilt back towards you. Knees come towards armpits. They won't really come to the armpits, but, and then bring them back together right in the middle. Feel that long spine, especially in the low back. Now press it away again. Feel the tilt of the legs and the pelvis. Draw your low belly up though, so it's supported. Bring the knees wide. Pull them in towards your armpits. And bring them back together. One more time, push them away. Feel the tilt. The little pressure down in the ball of the femur into the socket. Feet just dangle. And then bring the knees wide again. And then just release your hands so your feet can come wide to the ground and bring the arms to cactus. And then windshield wipers. So both knees rotate to the right and up and over to the left. You can do it whatever variation feels good to you. You can go fast, you can go slow. Do a few. We worked our hips good, so hopefully it feels like a good stretch. And it feels like, oh wow, they feel open right now. Yay. Good. And then with the knees up, walk the feet together. Soles of the feet press together, knees open wide. Bring your hands maybe on your inner thigh, on your belly, or off to the side. You decide. Supta Baddha Konasana. Laying down, cobbler's pose. One more breath. On your inhale, bring the knees together and stretch out for Shavasana. So just be mindful, stretch one leg at a time. Arms by your side, palms facing up. You might have to get the shoulders blades underneath you a little bit. That always feels good to me. And then just notice your hips, where your leg connects to your pelvis. Just relax all those muscles and ligaments and right there. Front, back, sides, inside. And then work down your legs, relax your quads, your hamstrings, your knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. And take a moment to feel really grounded from the waist down. You can use that image of the waves washing up and allowing you to sink a little deeper. And then working from the pelvis up now, relax your belly, your low back, your chest, shoulder blades, arms, wrists, hands, fingers. Relax your neck and your shoulders, your jaw. Your eyeballs in the sockets, just allow them to rest there. The skin on your face and your scalp. And then allow the upper body to sink into the floor, relax, spread out. You continue to relax. I wanted to share a blessing that's from Julia Cameron's Book of Blessings. I walk in peace. Adversity melts away as I remember the spiritual reality underlying all things. I claim my right to divine comfort, divine harmony. I release all apparent discord into the healing care of the universe, trusting completely in the larger good that is unfolding. Divine calm and centers my heart in its loving presence. I relax, remembering I am sourced in divine protection. I breathe in contentment and well-being. I am held in the heart of something much greater. all things work toward the good. As I embrace my part in a larger and holier whole, that whole embraces me. This unity is a great blessing, which brings peace and comfort to my heart. Starting to notice the sound of your voice again, or of your breath, not your voice, my voice, your breath. When you're ready to start to move, you can do that. Just move one finger at a time. You're able to move one toe at a time. I can't, but and eventually draw your knees in a little to your right side. And push on up to seated when you're ready. Hands, the heart center. Thank you guys for practicing today. I know I really needed a good practice. So I appreciate you being here and joining me. And I bow to the beauty and the grace in each of you. Namaste. And don't forget whatever shit's being flung your way or towards your kids or whatever. Shit makes flowers bloom. Have a great weekend, you guys.
Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah.